welcome to another episode of The Consistent Creator. And in this episode, I want to talk about the Disney Descendents. The importance of remaining ownership in a company versus becoming a multinational company. So, recently, there was some articles or some information that came out about the Disney Descendants being upset about how, the Walt Disney Company is being run. Now, me personally, I felt like the Disney Descendants should have had more voting power, or more stock, and I think in a way they should have been groomed on how to run the company. But because there's so many shareholders and investors that invest in the Disney company, now what you have, with Bob Iger recently, quote unquote, stepping down and not becoming chairman, but now it's really just a profit incentive. And they don't like the way that some of their employees are being, treated. I think it was Abigail Disney, who's the great-granddaughter of Roy Disney, who was Walt Disney's brother. She went undercover, and she didn't like what she saw. But unfortunately, there's not much that she can do, because really, she's just a huge shareholder in which, she's wealthy, but she doesn't have any power she don't have a controlling vote. She's not the CEO, she's not the chairman, she's just a shareholder. So she can gripe and moan and complain. And I do agree with her that, things should change at the Walt Disney Company. And it shouldn't just be about money. Because I'll say it here again, like I said before, one of my favorite Walt Disney quotes is that, I don't make movies to make money. I make money to make movies. So I don't think Walt Disney would agree on the way that his company is currently being run. But like I said, the shareholders want their money, and everything is about about money. And getting back to really what my point is that if they focus on the core values of what Walt Disney really believed in, and I mean all of them, not just the ones that they pick and choose that they want to highlight. I mean all of the values that Walt Disney really believed in. I don't think the company would be ran the way it's ran. That's what I mean by company. Keeping the company and keeping the values as they were originally intended to be, versus becoming a multinational corporation which you operate in multiple countries. And nowadays, Disney's buying up everything to really, not really have no competition. And they know that we love the brand, especially the millennial generation. They know we love the brand, and especially the Disney Renaissance that they have in the late 80s, and then the dynamics that they had in the 90s too. I mean, think about it. They had to buy Pixar, for crying out loud. Bob Iger, struck a great deal with Steve Jobs. And that's how Steve Jobs became, which is now Lorraine, his wife, which is now the majority shareholder. They had to strike a deal with Pixar because for consecutive years, Pixar was outperforming them at the box office. Same thing too. When they bought Marvel, they bought Marvel because they knew that was going to be very profitable for them. If they didn't buy Marvel, who knows what Disney would be. Same thing too when they bought the Star Wars. When they bought Star Wars from George Lucas. And George Lucas actually regretted it. He sold it for like almost $4 billion, or a little bit more than $4 billion. And he regretted it. After one of the first Star Wars movies came out, he regretted it. But once again, he couldn't do nothing about it because he sold it to them. So Disney is just a buying machine. That's their model. They find brands that are very popular, then they just buy them. I mean, look, they just bought Fox, and Fox owns Hulu. I mean, Disney owns ABC. So, like I said, they're a huge company that just buys stuff. It's like they said, when you can't compete, you buy them out. You buy them out. So, I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate that the situation that the Disney Descendants in. I don't think it's getting better anytime soon. But I would love to know what you guys think. Do you think the Disney Descendants have a right to voice their opinion, or would you just say, hey, look, they forfeited their right. They should just, sit back and and collect their, their dynasty checks and continue to live their life. So, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing another video. Simmons out.